Hello, DC fans, Superman fans, Lex Luthor fans, the DCU fans, DCAU fans, DCAU fans, and every other fans out there that is in love with DC and what they are trying to put out right now. I am Adedayo, and welcome to the channel. Today, I want to talk about the interesting casting that is a part of Man of Tomorrow. Man of Tomorrow is coming in 2027, and there've been some interesting casting, including the return of Blue Beetle, and I just have to talk about it because there are so many castings that are happening all at once, and fans have been thinking about how are they going to be able to do it, how are they going to do justice for these characters, because it's one thing to call it like a form of Superman sequel, which isn't the Superman sequel, but it's not a Justice League movie, but there are all these characters, and a lot of people are like, what exactly is going on? Because if you are saying that, if you are not skeptical about what they have here, I believe that well, you're just going in blindly, because in a way you have to be like excited for all these characters, because some you don't know when they can come out, and with everything that's going on with James Gunn and DC and DC Studios and Warner Brothers and Paramount and WGA and the US states and everybody that's suing everybody, you don't know if you ever get to see this character. So while you might love it, tomorrow they can say that they are cancelled, or tomorrow you can start watching the movie and you find that it is just rubbish with too many characters and no ability to flush them out. You can feel the pain. I have watched so many movies. In fact, recently this year we watched so many movies with Superman. Even though Superman was loved, a lot of characters were not fleshed. Supergirl, even with all the issues, we can find that we still have some issues with some of the characters because we couldn't enjoy the characters. So with all that, we still have to talk about this. And with no further ado, let's move right into it. So yeah, on this DC film news story, they list bunch of characters that are coming to Man of Tomorrow, including Zolo. I can't pronounce his surname. Zolo returning as Blue Beetle. Now, in case you haven't watched the Blue Beetle movie, it was so interesting. I watched it. I didn't see it in cinema. I was able to watch it in streaming, and it was a very interesting movie. So there are lists of of actors and characters that are coming into Man of Tomorrow. So let's go over them. Let's talk about their characters. Let's see how they can fit into the entire plot of Man of Tomorrow. Now, first of all, let's talk about what we know about Man of Tomorrow. Man of Tomorrow is supposed to be a Superman Lex Luthor team up movie against a big bad Brainiac. Now, based on the artwork that we got from Man of Tomorrow, let me see if I can bring it up here. Based on those artwork, we're able to get at least a sense. There is this one of them um, working together or being together. There's also the one of them fighting. My network is quite slow, but you'll be able to see it. There was a character artwork of both Superman and Lex Luthor fighting, and those them fighting together. Okay, this is the one where they are working together, then that one is the one where they are just posing together. And there's the last one of where they are fighting each other, which is what I used here. This one. So it's them fighting each other. Now, let's move on. We have those two characters coming together for the big bad being Brainiac. And there are some characters that are going to return. We have Richard Brosnan, who is coming playing Lois Lane. If Superman is going to be there, if Clark Kent is going to be there, then it's obvious Lois Lane is going to be there. Then Jimmy Olsen, if they are going to bring the Daily Planet, Jimmy Olsen will be interesting. Now this is where things begins to get a bit interesting. We have the old Justice Gang featuring Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, they are coming back. So if the Justice League gang are going to come back, you can say it is happening in Metropolis and the Justice Gang is operating in Metropolis. So that's quite interesting. Then we have Rick Flag Senior coming back. Now, since Lex Luthor is coming back, we have the engineer and we have his if text matcher. Now, the question in this part is since if text matcher and Jimmy Olsen are here, so could it be Jimmy Olsen finally agreed to take a text matcher on a date and they've been dating? Now, one thing you should know is that the Man of Tomorrow is taking place 2 years after the events of the first Superman movie. So the question will be how long has Jimmy Olsen and if Tex Matter been dating? Now, McFlag Senior coming. McFlag Senior is a very good, strong government agent. So if Brainiac is going to be there, what will be McFlag Senior participation? Now, if McFlag Senior is coming, I would expect a form of Amanda Waller, even though she's not going to be that much of a big deal. We know from Creature Commandos, she was the one who started the Creature Commandos team, and she got arrested and kind of removed from her role in Spacemaker. So the question being, where exactly what exactly is she doing? There's supposed to be a Waller series, but we have no updates on the Waller series. I'm sorry for my voice if it's kind of disturbing. So we have no update on that, so it's kind of confusing. Now we also have there's a character I haven't touched. We also have Supergirl. Now, from the event of Supergirl movie, she came back to Earth and she was like, Earth is my own and I'm going to be here. She's not really like fully a human or like Superman, but at the best we know that Supergirl is kind of agreeing that she's not trying to fight being being the kind of wayward person she was before. So if she's coming to Earth as Supergirl, it will be interesting to see Supergirl's uh, involvement with Lois Lane. The interaction will be quite interesting. If we got anything from my adventures with Superman, it is that Lois Lane and Supergirl Kara relationship is quite interesting. Lois Lane is putting Supergirl, she's training Supergirl, and they are being like good friends with each other. I'm trying to find an artwork. I'm sorry, trying to find a scene where they are together so I can. Okay, this I think this is one interaction about them. So it became from enemies to friends, and she's training her about how to be human and the interesting things about earth culture. So that interaction would be something that would be interesting. Now, another past character is Maxima, Adria Iona coming to play Maxima. Now, there are two Latinos. I don't know. Benja Jonah and there's this person playing Wonder Woman. They didn't put her in this list. Forgotten name. Let me see if I can bring that up. Also, I'm trying to get her name. Wonder Woman. Uh, Woman. Benja Jonah. What's the other person? Yes, and no, no. Yeah, Ava Dominici. She's also being rumored to play Wonder Woman. So it is between Ava Dominici and Idra Auna coming together. So the question is who is Wonder Woman and who is Maxima? I know James Gunn, Maxima may be in the movie, but would Wonder Woman be in the movie? Now, there are the rumors. Wonder Woman is going to be the next movie after Man of Tomorrow. So, if Wonder Woman is the next movie after Man of Tomorrow, one of the two, she what they did to Supergirl being introduced in Superman before being introduced in our movie. So, we won't be surprised with that. Now with the recent intro, okay, sorry, there are some other characters I haven't touched. We have Andre Royo, we don't know the character is playing. Martin Lillard, we don't know the character is playing. Second Walls, we don't know the character is playing. We have Marquette returning, which I don't see being in the role for probably more than 1 minute or 2 minutes. Just a few quick on call, the same way we got in 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 Superman packets. So in this place, you might even have a more interaction compared to because in Superman it was a conversation between packets. So in Man of Tomorrow it will be interesting. Now remember, James Gunn said that it is more of a Lex Luthor story than it is a Superman story. So if it's been a Lex Luthor story, few Lex Luthor leaning characters would be Lex Luthor himself, um, trying to see if Sex Marker will be with Jimmy Olsen, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, John Stewart, no. Oh, I haven't even touched John Stewart, which I'm going to touch very soon. Rick Flag Senior, uh, and Lex Luthor interaction should be there. Then the engineer and Lex Luthor interaction also would be should be there. So how would the engineer feel with Lex Luthor returning? Would she be loyal to him? Would she want to call him boss? How would that feel? Now Zolo coming to play Blue Beetle. There's a rumor, there's a suggestion saying Matthew Lillard is playing Ted called Blue Beetle, the original Blue Beetle. So the question is, how will Zolo's Blue Beetle find their God. If they change the story, the question it will be quite interesting. But we need something where these two characters are flushed out. Unless it cannot be done within the minutes, unless even if it's 2 hours 45 minutes, they are still going to be a quite interesting story. So all these four characters are something that is interesting. Now, John Stewart coming in to fight Brainiac. There's a question of Brainiac attacking the world. So if Brainiac is attacking the world, you should be able to see John Stewart coming in Nashville or wherever it is in the world and is trying to protect people. If it's going to be a global threat, if Brainiac is going to be a global threat in Man of Tomorrow, then the question will be how many other characters are we going to see? There's supposed to be an Huntress character, there's supposed to be Fire and Ice. So all those characters globally, everywhere, Chinese Superman and all that, we are going to see, but it's going to be cameo first because it's not going to really tell the story they are planning or they are trying to tell. I feel I'm missing out a character. I feel I'm missing out a character. Well, for now, these are all the characters that they claim, okay, yeah, there's one, the metamorpho. So what happened to him? What's going to happen in the Justice Gang? So in a way, I feel if they are trying to tell a direct story between Superman and they are trying to tell a story with with if they are trying to tell a story with Superman, they're trying to tell a story with Lex Luthor, I feel there's going to be a lot of things that needs to be done. So the question is, where exactly are we doing here? As much as I am a fan of James Gunn, I would want for him to flesh out these characters, and if he's going to flesh them out, to flesh them out in the right way and shouldn't be like, oh, we are begging for these characters to show up in this movie. Because if there are multiple characters, every now and then, the question be, how would the story be like? This is not Avenger, this is not Justice League. They are not fighting these bigger threats, and you can see characters here and there fighting. There is a particular story. This is your second Superman iteration of Superman being in a movie. So the question now is, what are we doing here? Now, I love the characters. I love how they are appearing. I want to see as many DC characters as possible. If possible, we should make a GLI movie and let's see every single one. The Justice League Dark, the Justice League Green, the Justice League Blue, every single Justice League team. The Challengers of the Unknown. Let's add them into it. But the question be, what are we doing here? What story exactly are we telling here? From my own point of view, everything, I can see the main story, but I can't. I'm already seeing the fact that my review is going to be, I wish you had more time with these characters, because these characters are very interesting. They are loved by people, but the question is, are we going to have enough time with these characters? So that's my biggest fear in Man of Tomorrow. I love what we are doing here. I love the idea of Blue Beetle returning. I love the idea of this character appearing. Batman if possible. But if you're introducing them in this movie and you just say that, oh, you've done a superhero movie, God forbid, let's say next year Paramount decide that to fire James Gunn. They don't want James Gunn in to run this year again. Now that's the case. Are you saying that James Gunn legacy will be to introduce every single character he cannot flush out? Now we now start a whole new universe and we are looking at all this. What are we going to do? There are too many characters here and there. There's no actual story. Even though now I've been holding it strong that, oh, even though they say that there is a bigger story they are planning to tell, there is also these side stories. And my issue that is always getting me angry and worked up is that, where exactly is the bigger story? There's something going on with salvation. And if we are saying Brainiac is not the big bad thing, there's salvation going there. We haven't touched salvation in a long time. What's happening there? Why is Peacemaker there? Peacemaker is showing the man of tomorrow. Is this a salvation Brainiac story? What are we doing here? It is something that I have to be asking, and I fear for it. I want to be very hopeful. I'm happy. Oh, good. DC news is this. This is moving forward with something. But my biggest fear is that um we are just going nowhere. And hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully this is just a useless rant that's led to nowhere. I just hope I am 100% wrong, and everybody is happy with what we get. So that's basically everything I have to say on this story. My name is Adedayo. This has been Streamdorm. How do you guys feel about Man of Tomorrow? Are you hopeful? Are you fearful? My biggest fear is not having time with all these characters that are going to be introduced. They're going to tell a direct story about Lex Luthor and Superman. Let us tell a direct story about Lex Luthor and Superman. But if you are introducing these characters left and right, even though I understand James Gunn's strength is in introducing as many characters as possible, I still fear, because there is the overall plan of DC and DCU, and the question is, how is audience going to feel, especially what we have with lanterns coming in, Josh Stewart's Green Lantern being there, and big, I'm just fearful. But that's on me. Put your thought down in the comment section below. This has been streamed on. My name is Adi Dayo. See you when next I see you, and bye for now.